It's Reezy here on the Reason Sports Network reporting live at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. We're here for the 3021 NFL Scouting Combine. We'll have various drills to work on players' hands, the 40-yard dash, shuttles, etc. But today, we're going to be focused on the fastest 40-yard dash times at the Combine. Last year, a lot of players broke various records at this Combine. Hopefully, we can have a lot more fireworks this year. I came to the Combine early on before a lot of people got here, before the activity started. Stadium is looking nice. I haven't been here in Indianapolis before. I covered the 3020 NFL Combine remotely, and I will say, a lot of hospitality in this city. A lot of nice people walking around Indianapolis. At last year's Scouting Combine, we had two of the best wide receivers in the NFL, both of them who were rookies last year. Andy Brewer and Brett Nugent ran ridiculous 40-yard dash times. Andy Brewer went 3rd overall to the Seattle Seahawks, and Brett Nugent went 7th overall to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both of these guys were dominant in the NFL as rookies, but it's not because they ran a 4.22. That helped contribute to why they were dominant, but they were dominant because they were great football players. This NFL Combine really means nothing in the grand scheme of things. All it does is help confirm information about a prospect to a scout. But it's definitely not absolute. Just because you have a good testing score does not mean you'll be a good player. Just because you have a bad testing score does not mean you'll be a bad player. This is a track meet. This is all it is. It's a track meet. But guess what? We still gonna watch. First up, we have all-world tight end Lorenzo Fisher from North Dakota State. Very impressive player to watch on film. .422. Nice time right there by Fisher. Happens to be the fastest time in NFL history for a tight end at the Scouting Combine. Big time run. Fisher displayed his speed on tape consistently at North Dakota State. He's undersized, but he has all the tools to be an elite tight end in the pros. He just ran a 4.22. I cannot see him not being a top 15 pick in this draft. He's just way too talented. Dominant at North Dakota State. I'm pretty sure he'll be dominant at the next level. Great to see him run that type of time. Vontae Alston, the best player in the draft from Texas A&M. His first 40-yard dash run is 4.44. Great job by the defensive tackle right there. Let's take a look at his second attempt. 4.43, sheesh! I'm now sitting down with the projected #1 overall pick in the draft, Vontae Alston. Vontae, when did you realize that you were this gifted athletically? You're obviously a tremendous athlete for a defensive tackle, but you're out here running and competing with wide receivers and DBs. When did you know that you were that fast and that talented?
It's probably in high school when I realized I was faster than some of the DBs and some of the linebackers. I was like, wait a minute. They're not supposed to be like that, but when I start running with them and I start beating them in sprints and stuff like that, that's when I realized, like, it's not right.
This type of athletic ability helps Vontae Alston dominate offensive linemen every single week in the SEC and hopefully in the NFL. He has the size to shut down double teams, stop the run, and give out great bull rushes. He has the quickness to make you miss in the open, and he has that 4.4 speed to help close on the quarterback, which shows why many are saying that he's a generational talent. Next up, we have Matt Brown, running back out of LSU. Very fast player when watching him on film. 4.33, pretty impressive time for the running back. Could help catapult him into the first round. Would not be surprised at all. Isaiah King Jr., another subscriber to the channel that I like, that I think is extremely talented. Didn't get that many opportunities because of a talented Michigan passing offense, but he has all the tools to be a workhorse back into the NFL. Let's take a look at his 40 time. 4.33 again, another fast time for another fast running back. And since he played in a pass-heavy offense, he's not going to have that type of wear and tear on his body. I can see an NFL team taking a chance on him in the first round. Would not surprise me at all. Xavier Baller from Nebraska, one of the best players at the Senior Bowl, impressed a lot of scouts there. Showed world-class speed on film 24/7 when I watched him. Slow start. But he still ran a 4.28. Stop playing with him. His teammate Dusty Wilson, another player that went under the radar. Let's see what he runs. Nebraska had a lot of team speed this past season, but they just underachieved, to be honest with you. Good start. Nice run. 4-2-8, just like his teammate. They had two 4-2 wide receivers when the Nebraska Cornhuskers couldn't even get to the Big Ten championship game. But these receivers is on fire so far. Two guys running in the 4-2s. Pretty impressive. Ace King, the #1 receiver on a lot of people's draft boards. 4.29, pretty impressive for Ace King. Great route runner, great hands, and the great speed was just verified by that 40 time. Arguably the best receiver in college football last season, led the country in receiving. He's a Patreon member and a subscriber to the channel, Ryan Glick. Only played 1 year college football though, but he dominated. 4.45, pretty impressive time for Ryan Glick. Did not expect him to run that fast. He did have a brutal leg injury when he played for the Michigan basketball team, but no one expected him to run in the 4.4s. Ryan, your speed has been a huge question mark about your NFL projection. I know you were just coming off of the injury, so that might have affected it. Many scouts and evaluators projected you to run 4.6, but you surprised everyone today by running in the 4.4s. Did you train well, or was it more the injury that affected your speed?
I'd say, Reese, it's a bit of both. We've seen guys get brutal leg injuries, and when they came back, their speed wasn't the best, but after a while with them playing, it returned. And also, I've been training my whole life for this. I was never the fastest kid on my team, so I guess the training paid off.
That's great news, because a lot of people were projecting you to go in the 2nd round, maybe the 3rd round, but that speed, 40-yard dash time, might have just elevated you to the 1st round conversation after dominating in your only season of college football. John Oliver, very underrated receiver for the Hokies. Impressive, 4.25. Speed is not a shortage in this year's draft, especially at the receiver position. R.J. Carroll, one of my favorite route runners in this entire draft class from Baylor. 4.45 is a very good time for his type of skill set. Crafty route runner, possession type receiver. Rory Williams out of Nevada. Flash big play potential with the Wolf Pack, but just never really put it together consistently. Great time, 4.39. Very impressive right there by Williams. Guys is running 4.3s and people thinking that they slow because we got so many guys running 4.2s. Sean Kennedy from Auburn. Played with Casey Patrick, the Heisman Trophy winner this past season. Let's see what he got with his 40 time. 4.41, pretty impressive time for Kennedy. I expected him to run in the 4.5s. That's what he looks like on film, but that's a great time for him. Hopefully he can go higher in the draft because of it. That was the last wide receiver on to the DBs, Bobby Fitzpatrick, the #1 cornerback on my draft board. A lot of scouts saying that they expect him to run in the 4.2s today. We'll see. Let's see. 4.30, okay. Not as fast as many expected, but great time for Fitzpatrick. Darius Meadows, the #2 cornerback on plenty of people's draft boards. 4.39, very good time right here for Darius Meadows. Not as fast as Fitzpatrick, but damn fast. Two cornerbacks running in the 4.3s. Now we have Elijah Golden, one of my favorite safeties in this class, from Southern California. Got his 40, nice start. 4.24, stop playing with him. A safety running a 4.24? That might have just made him a 1st round lock right there. Elijah Golden, remember the name. Spencer McGee, very underrated corner from Charlotte. Might be the fastest player in this class. Let's see his 40 time. Oh, he started off very fast. Okay. 4.21, that just broke a record. Fastest 40-yard dash time in NFL history, Spencer McGee. Man, that was impressive. 4.21, and like I said earlier, he might be the fastest player in this class. Ain't no more might be now. He's definitely the fastest player in this class. You can obviously see it on the tape, and you can see it on the combine field today. Might have just certified himself as a 1st round, top 15, top 10 lock. Hey, Spencer McGee, congratulations to that young man. Just made him some money. Stuart Newton out of Notre Dame, another very good athlete that I love watching on film. Let's see what his 40-yard dash is looking like. Did like his speed when I watched him. Got off to a decent start on this one. 4.35, okay. Not as fast as McGee, but 4.35 is plenty fast to play corner in the NFL. Don't get it twisted. Might be 30-21 now, but that will definitely get the job done. Rod Mullins is another defensive back I like. His teammate, Darius Meadows from Bama, ran a 4.37. Can he beat him on his 40-yard dash time? I don't know. Good start. Nice finish, 4.34. Great time right there. Definitely will get him some money off of that. Mullins is a very good cover corner. Enjoy watching him play every single weekend. Justin Caldwell, his teammate is the #1 cornerback on the board. Impressed running in the 4.2s. Let's see if Caldwell can at least match that or even come close to it. Rocky start. 4.4. Good time. Not as good as his teammates, but definitely a good time. This is right around where people expected him to run. Very good player with great film against some good competition. And that's pretty much it for the fastest 40-yard dash times here in Indianapolis. Saw some NFL records being broken. Saw a lot of guys running in the 4.2s. Saw a defensive tackle have 2 40-yard dash times in the 4.4s. Extremely impressive. Got 2 interviews from 2 of the best prospects in the class. Ryan Glick and Vontae Alston, arguably the best defensive tackle and the best wide receiver in college football last season. All in all, just a great day at the Combine. Not to mention, all of these guys are subscribers to the channel, and eventually we'll get to see their dreams come true. I got to see Ryan Glick and Vontae Alston, hang out with him just for a little bit. Vontae Alston is huge. This dude is 6'5". Ryan Glick, you know, he's more on par with my height. The best part of the Combine is seeing and talking to these guys in person. You get to see how their physical stature is, and you get to see what their mentality is. But overall, just a great experience. My first time at the NFL Combine. Got to see some records being broken. Got to see some talented players. But all in all, it's Reezy here with the Reason Sports Network. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And click on the post notification bell too. You can be a character in the Reason Sports Network universe. We make content for high school, college, and the pros. You can submit a form. The link will be in the description. However, if you sign up with Patreon, you'll have a lot more customization and control over your character. The link will be in the description. If you want to see a lot of these players play in the Senior Bowl, then click this video right here.